course, we all know the programmes Dragon's Den and The Apprentice, budding business tycoons battling it out to get backing for their idea, and of course those egos do clash. And it can be quite fraught at times, but there's a completely different way for budding Lord Sugars to get their business idea off the ground. I've been to Cambridge to meet the business angels.
My name is Dr. Roland Court. I've always had a deep love for all things sartorial and a deep frustration with the fact that most things off the peg didn't fit me and still don't fit me. And then when I actually invested in bespoke clothing, I found that as body shapes change, that also no longer fit me. And I realized that there must be a better solution here. There must be a way in which we can make sure that our clothing fits us for longer and fits us better.
Roland, who's from Belgium, was the youngest person from his country to go to Cambridge. Now, his idea, the one he believes could make him lots of money, is adjustable clothing.
What is adjustable clothing?
It's clothing that adapts to any body shape or size and is also intelligent. So it connects to any device, whether it's your phone in your pocket or, for example, a soldier on the battlefield controlling a drone through their uniform.
So can you show me how it works?
I'm afraid I can't go into any details because we need to keep competitors out of the market and it's intellectual property that we need to protect.
So what you're saying is that you're a lot taller than I am.
Yes.
Okay? And in the future, say your shirt was one of your adjustable ones, I could fit that and vice versa, you could fit this one.
Yes, yeah.
And if you put on a bit of weight, it would expand.
It will, yeah. And you can do it automatically or you can do it manually.
The slight stumbling block is that Roland needs a considerable amount of money to get his idea off the drawing board and into production. He's hoping his idea will catch the eye of a group of investors in Cambridge called Business Angels. One of them is Peter Cowley.
What are the business angels then? How does it work?
So a business angel is somebody who invests money in an early stage company and helps them as well. So if you imagine some young entrepreneurs who are setting up and need some capital maybe to develop some technology or develop a market, they need that capital, but also they could probably do with some help as well. Generally they would do, particularly if they're under about 40. And so angels come in there to put money in, to buy shares, to take a proportion of the company, and then hopefully help them on the journey.
Before becoming a business angel, Peter ran his own companies and describes himself as a serial entrepreneur and investor.
So ultimately, you want a return on your investment, but there must be a buzz in it for you as well when you invest in something that's exciting or potentially exciting.
Clearly would like my money back, and possibly my money back times a little bit more, because the chances of failure once you've had external investment are quite high. Like 3/4 of businesses that have been set up with external finance fail within 3, 4 or 5 years. But I and all the people I co-invest with generally here in Cambridge enjoy the process of helping the entrepreneurs, helping them with their journey.
Before Peter and his business angel colleagues write any checks, they have to be convinced that ideas they're pitched are sound and have the potential to make them some money.
I've come to an office on the outskirts of Cambridge to meet an entrepreneur, Robert Fryers. Now, about a year ago, he got some backing from the Business Angels. And the idea they've had here, well, let's just say it's a little bit unusual.
It's a device to detect bed bugs.
Robert, it's pretty busy in here. What is it you guys are making?
So this is our production area, and we're making these devices which go into hotels. They tuck underneath the bed, and they tell the hotels when there are bed bugs in the room, basically. And the reason that's a benefit to them is that most hotels, the only way they find out if there's a problem is when a guest comes down and complains at the front desk. And we're basically replacing them using the guest as their way of finding out about bed bugs and giving them this instead.
How does it work?
So it tucks underneath the mattress at the head end of the bed. There's a pheromone inside it. It draws the bugs in. Once they're inside, it triggers our camera. We get a picture that gets sent back up to our servers where it gets analysed, and we can then just see whether was it a bed bug, was it a ladybird, was it, what was it, and then can alert the hotel. So we send an email, and they can then deal with it before anyone knows that there's a problem.
Before anyone else gets bitten by these things here.
Yeah, that's right. These little guys.
So these are the culprits you're after in these.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. So they're bigger than most people expect. Most people imagine them being really tiny. They're about the size of a ladybird.
Robert, how helpful has the backing of the business angels been?
It's been hugely helpful. I mean, aside from just the money, which has let us really accelerate our growth and build our team and facilities, they've also brought a whole lot of expertise into areas that we didn't have a huge amount of experience in. We'd run our own businesses before, we'd built R&D teams. We didn't have a background in, say, marketing or building the brand for the company, and the things that Peter and some of the other angels have brought to the table have been really valuable in those areas.
So why couldn't you have just gone to a bank and asked for a loan for this thing?
Well, we could have done, but we wouldn't have got all those additional benefits. We probably would have got the cash, but with the angels investment, they're bringing more than that. They're getting involved in the business and helping us to make it successful.
I think you can sound too robotic if it is just rehearsed. Yeah.
Like, they're not going to mind because they're used to...
No. And most of the...
It's the day of the big pitch. Last-minute butterflies must be banished as Roland and his head of engineering, Jaina, are about to face the business angels. The Cambridge Group have around 50 members, the biggest concentration of business angels in the region. Will they be won over by the idea of adjustable clothing?
On the left, you've got Carl Benz, who invented the modern automobile in 1886. In the middle, you have Henry Ford, who introduced it to the assembly line in 1913. And on the right, you have Elon Musk, who sent an electric vehicle into space for no apparent reason in 2018. Now, across these 2 centuries, all of those men are wearing almost identical clothing, with a white shirt of nearly the exact same type and design, the only difference being Elon's doesn't fit him at all. So not only have we not progressed across these 2 centuries, we've actually regressed. Our clothing fits us worse than ever, and is of lower quality than ever before. This is
What I'm looking for from Roland is that he's knowledgeable, that he understands what he's going to do, what he's going to use the money for, that he's passionate about it, that he'll be able to listen, so that he'll listen to us to some extent. He'll certainly listen to the market, because any business that starts won't necessarily be doing the same thing at the end when it starts.
It's body adaptive, so it adapts to any body shape or size through an embedded exoskeleton, which are the yellow bits you see on page 2 of your handout.
What I'm slightly confused about is it feels like you've got 2 products in one here. So you've got a product which is solving a massive issue.
Yes.
Waste, I mean, online shopping, poor fit for safety,
Yes.
huge issue with big dollar signs attached.
Yes.
And then you've got some gadget which is about control,
Yes.
which doesn't feel like the market is desperate for that solution.
So what we do is we offer, with the fit, where we indeed have the dollar sign sort of solution, what we do is we cut costs, but at the same time saying, and while cutting some costs, you can actually make your...
Comparing us to Dragon's Den, there's a huge difference. Obviously the TV programme is a reality TV programme where they're trying to make it into good TV. The confrontation and the bidding for investing is all something that we don't do at all. We want to add value to the entrepreneurs, we want to help them, we want to have a good working relationship with them. We don't want to do it in any way where we're causing them grief, nor pushing them into a corner they don't like to be in.
Whatever happens with this, we'd like to be helpful as well. And
Yes.
I will connect you with someone who specialises in marketing military clothing and military equipment to the military.
Pitch over. Roland has done all he can to impress the angels. Now it's a case of waiting to find out whether he'll get any financial help.
So, great pitch there. What do we think? What's next? Is there something investable there? Well, certainly the people are, but is there a business here that's investable?
I'd like to see the tech.
You'd like to see the tech, yeah. I think we'd all like to see tech.
Unlike Dragon's Den, the angels don't give a yes or no answer on the day. A final decision often takes several months.
You just come out the pitch.
Yes.
Are they going to invest, do you think?
I think they've already invested time and lots of advice. So in some ways they're already thinking with us and they've given some really excellent, very useful advice. And then when it comes to indeed whether or not they're going to financially invest, it's obviously a difficult question to answer, but it seemed like the advice was constructive.
Yeah, I certainly hope so. They seem very excited about the product, so yeah, I think that was the main thing for me at least.
Watch this space for adjustable clothing.
Exactly.
We wish Roland all the very best for the future. 4 out of the 5 angels who are at the pitch are now helping him with contacts and advice. Now later this